in the frigid waters off the coast of Iceland. These gentle giants seem to rule the sea. It's a breathtaking performance for tourists from around the world. But beneath the surface, some species of whales are being hunted. Iceland is one of just 2 countries in the world that still allows whaling for profit in defiance of an international ban.
If you are a hunter, this is just the same. You just shoot the animal.
Making this the front line of the war over whaling.
It's heartbreaking to watch this, these beautiful creatures.
We're headed out of Reykjavik. We're going to meet some anti-whaling activists. They're with a group called Sea Shepherd, and essentially they keep a 24-hour vigil monitoring every whale that comes into Hvalr's whaling station. Hey, so this is it.
This is the whaling station, yeah.
This is the whaling station. Rob Reed is leading Sea Shepherd UK's mission in Iceland. Not many of these left, huh?
Well, this is the largest operating whaling station there is on land anywhere.
Really?
So.
Their goal, to shut down this whaling station for good.
So what you can see down here is the last remains of the 2 whales that were brought in at 5 o'clock this morning by the whaling ship.
This hunting season, Sea Shepherd was staked out here around the clock.
You can see the ship just coming round the corner of the rocks.
Waiting and watching.
It's about 4 or 5 miles off at the moment. It's quite hard to tell how fast it's going.
When a catch comes in, Sea Shepherd was ready to live stream it. Using social media as a weapon.
Has just unloaded 2 more endangered fin whales.
Really appreciate you guys joining us to watch this.
Hashtags their harpoons.
So, Sea Shepherd UK.
This is the 22nd fin whale that has been killed.
Images like this igniting global outrage.
It's applying pressure, making sure there's maximum pressure from the international community,
Right.
but also from people within Iceland, because this isn't actually well reported in Iceland.
Sea Shepherd has a controversial past. Some have even called their tactics eco-terrorism. The group notoriously clashing with Japanese whaling ships near Antarctica in the Animal Planet reality series Whale Wars. In Iceland, Sea Shepherd sank 2 whaling ships in 1986.
Overseas today, the residents of Reykjavik in Iceland are still reeling somewhat from an attack last night on their whaling industry.
More than 3 decades later, those rotting ships a reminder of how far they're willing to go. Today, their tactics are less extreme, but their target is the same, the whaling company Hvalr, and its managing director, Christian Lofsson, one of Iceland's richest men.
Do you carry some fear that Sea Shepherd may do that again?
I don't know. These are vicious people.
Do you have security on your ships?
Sure. But if people want to do things, they do it.
Hvalr is the last standing company hunting fin whales, the 2nd largest animal in the world. Most of the meat is exported to Japan, where it's considered a delicacy.
Now, I have to tell you, when I hear that described, an explosive detonating inside an animal, it sounds horrible. What is your argument?
This is the most efficient way there is. It's like a bullet they shoot to deer.
And he believes whales are a renewable resource.
We are conservationists. You know the word conservation means conserve and utilize.
Conserve and utilize, right. So you call your business a conservation business and believe it to be so.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
It's a sustainable, and so we are happy with that.
The Icelandic government says the whale population here is stable and that the quota they set, up to 193 fin whales this season, is conservative. But while there are about 40,000 of this species in Iceland's waters, globally, fin whales are endangered.
From what we've been told, the fin whale population here in Iceland is strong enough to sustain this quota. What does Sea Shepherd say to that?
There's less than 100,000 of these whales on the planet, and all those whales are distributed throughout the world's oceans. Just because they're easily found at this time of the year off Iceland, it doesn't justify the hunting of them. And they're not Iceland's fin whales, they're the world's fin whales.
That night we get word the fin whale count has risen.
Hello? Hi, is that Rob?
We are now headed to the whaling station because this whale is about to come in to be processed here, and Sea Shepherd is racing here so they can live stream the whole thing. As we get closer, the scent of the kill permeates the air.
The smell comes in waves with the wind, and when it hits you, oh, it's hard to breathe.
Fin whales are so massive that the ship can only pull 2 at a time, slowly. Processing station is suddenly active, preparing and blasting music.
They've just started to play a song from the Grease soundtrack.
Normally when you come down here it's very quiet, but tonight there's music playing. I just find it extremely disrespectful.
Right, there's 2 whales.
Oh, you see 2 whales?
There's 2 whales on this ship.
Which is not what you wanted to see. No.
Those white spots in the water, tonight's kill.
2 poor souls strapped to the side of a boat. They'll be winched across here unceremoniously, pulled up onto the deck and butchered. It's heartbreaking to watch this. These beautiful creatures.
We are now seeing these 2 whales being brought up onto the deck. We're really seeing this whale next to these people, and the people down there look tiny. That animal is so huge as it's being winched up there, ready to be processed.
Sea Shepherd streaming live every moment to viewers around the world in real time.
What are people saying? Very depressing news. Oh my God, it's beyond disgusting.
It's a very sad thing to see. That's why we're here, is to expose this to the world and make sure everyone knows that this is still happening in Iceland.
They've removed a bit of the tail and they've made big incisions along the whale's body. They'll peel off the skin and start to process it. We are going to stop showing that now. Across Iceland, meat from fin whales and minke whales can be easily found in markets.
We have the whale blubber from the fin whale.
And at restaurants.
We have a pepper steak, we have it like a sashimi.
Whale meat is mostly marketed to tourists.
How many signatures do you have already?
Which is why activists with ice whale have also taken to the streets, asking visitors to boycott eating whale meat during their stay.
Got to sign a petition.
This campaign slogan, "Meet us, don't eat us." And now there is an entire industry that depends on whales being kept alive. Whale watching was non-existent here just 2 decades ago. These days, it's a booming business.
It's amazing. It's the first time in my life I see whales.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
The whale population here also draws researchers from around the world. It's still thrilling?
It never gets old.
It never
something
gets
like
old.
That. When something that weighs close to 40 tons can launch itself out of the water.
Right.
As it's doing right now.
Okay.
It just never gets old.
Wow. As this whaling season came to a close, the decades-old debate continues.
It's a resource that has youngs and multiplies. You can carry on whaling forever.
These creatures both a natural resource and natural wonder.
I have a 4-year-old daughter who want her to be growing up in a world where whales still exist even, and hopefully the world will be a better place than it is at the moment.
For Nightline, I'm Gloria Riviera in Husavik, Iceland.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.